picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will have the football first. And there's Reed Harris. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nope.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So BYU's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Makes the catch. It's Phillips. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
All right, and it all starts with a big bear. I mean, first of all, when your name is Bear, you're cooler than everyone else. But when you saw him come in as a freshman a year ago, big, strong, everybody debated his weight. Is he 220? Is he 230? Probably closer to 250. And you watched him as a freshman make play after play with his legs, throwing the football. Palmer, this is a guy, man, in this offense, in this system, he takes another step, and he's better passing the ball through the air. You better watch out for BYU.
I think you're right. I think expectations are a lot different in Provo this year because of what you just said. I think Bear Bachmeier kind of came out of nowhere a year ago, and all of a sudden you blinked, and they were 8-0, and at the end of the year they're playing the Big 12 championship game. He was just a freshman. He's had an outstanding offseason. The coaching staff already says he's digesting more of the playbook. They're going to be able to open it up a little bit more. He's going to play with more confidence, and if he stays healthy, BYU can win the conference and reach the playoff.
Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air. It's Boley. Finds his target. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
And Kenny Dillingham, man, he knows how to coach offense. And he got that big extension this offseason, and he immediately took it and invested in the wide receiver position. Like, to make it easy for his quarterbacks. Got 2 of the best ones in the portal. They expect the pass game.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Using his legs, it's Martin. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds his man. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They were all over it.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some
wide open spaces. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Tells the run, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Harris. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's Brown. Stopped right there.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they're going to head out the lineup for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And with the field goal, we are tied here in the second quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuff both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
From the gun, it's Brown. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Trucks through the defender. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There he goes. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he's
touchdown, BYU! On the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And it's so...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, here on the Arizona State sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just...
It's a running room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for space. It's Martin. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Bachmeier. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside. It's Martin. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Long way to go on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Left side is Casper. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Unloads to the wideout. Near the sideline, it's Casper. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
2nd down, gonna throw it. That's reeled in. It's Phillips. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The Cougars are threatening on 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, BYU! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Sets his feet. It's Boley. Rush right in his face. Got him downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They are really clicking along 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll go to the air. They're all over him. Just got rid of that one.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And earlier, this offense had to settle for 3. Nice job finishing the half, punching it in the end zone, cutting into this lead, and gaining the momentum in the football game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got a man, it's Casper. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking for a man, it's Bachmeier. He makes a catch. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Drops back on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for it all. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's start with Texas taking on the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Drives inside. And BYU will get the first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Drops back. It's Smockmeyer. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long cover. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Sun Devils sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack play.
And the Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, going to throw it. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Look out! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Sun Devils send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the BYU sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
Pulls it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
He'll take it himself. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Boley. Got him quickly. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Hand off for Brown. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Right side, it's Brown. Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. The 30. He's at the and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ASU.
Yeah, and if I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gonna run it. It's Martin. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So the final period starts with a second down play. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Push is ahead. Maybe some room here. The 50, the 40, at the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been
headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the fourth quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
With the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Under pressure. Out wide right, it's Anderson. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop it. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Right down the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best run-it runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
They'll try to move the chains on third down from their own 20. Powers inside. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets 6.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cougar! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he tacks on the extra point. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
And the Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the grab. Bring him down.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's caught. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Boley. Got out of trouble and throws. In traffic, it's Miller. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they used a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He wants to throw it again. Finds his target down the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. And the Sun Devils, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Right side, it's Anderson. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's brought down, and that one never had a chance, and the 2-point conversion attempt fails. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Their work here is virtually done. Take any more chances, they'll line up in victory formation.